see. Hello, hello. Welcome. We are going to see if this mic is working. Let me check this out for a second. Alrighty. Let me see. Hey, I don't know if my sound is working, but nobody's on here. And let the dogs out. Have you let them out at all? I'll go ahead and let the little puppers out. Come on, little guys. Hello, welcome. How's it going? We are going to be talking about Rife machines. I'm letting my dogs out right now. You guys want to see them? They're awesome. Let's see. Look, camera. That's Bella. And that's Brutus. Okay, welcome everybody. I'm just letting my dogs out right now, and then we'll start talking about Rife machines. If you guys will, just let me know if you can hear me or not, because I know last time I went live, they like couldn't hear me for 10 minutes, and I don't know why. But anyways, welcome everyone. Glad for you guys to be here. We have some exciting announcements, and then Hunter's going to be on in just a second. And he's going to, so you guys can ask him anything if you have questions about Rife machines, and then we'll kind of talk to you about what we are planning in the future and some exciting things. So, all right, let me see my camera. I'll let the dogs play for a little bit. And let's see. All right, so we are, let me go see if I can find Hunter. How are you guys? What are you guys up to on a Wednesday afternoon? Let me go see if we can get some. Hey, go right ahead. Oh, yeah. It's right there. Thank you. Alrighty. Hello, welcome. We are going to be talking Rife machines, all things frequency therapy. Here's the man himself. Hold on. Hello, hello. So that way we can ask him any questions that we have about their frequency therapy. Maybe I'll do a live treatment because I burned myself earlier. Is there anything for burns on here? I'm sure there is. Let's see. I don't know what that means.
Burns, scratches, bug bites, wound healing, you name it. It's on there.
Sorry. So, let me see. I'll show you
Is your
guys.
audio working?
I don't know. I mean, seems like it might be working, but who knows? I haven't heard anything otherwise, so that's good. Let me guys show you. We like to work outside in South Alabama. It just makes it tough. Gives you some extra summons.
It's the pain.
Hold on, sorry guys. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. We are alrighty. So we are a little sneak peek of what we're doing, what we're working on.
Ready?
Which is, oh, okay, this is exciting. I haven't even seen this yet, so this is, ooh.
This is the Gen 2 of our travel units. Our Gen 1s will no longer be sold. This is Gen 1. This is Gen 2. It is unbelievably powerful. We wanted to find a way to get clinical grade strength in a affordable but also portable unit, making it convenient but also something that more people can get their hands on. We understand that the people who need these machines the most often cannot afford them at $6,000. So we have designed this incredibly powerful unit that is compact. I'm going to sit it up like this so everybody can see it. Oh, it's
Zoom
got my
in.
fingerprints on it. That's great.
Well, you can get them off. All right. I need some flash.
See it
So
there.
this is
Now, this thing is testing off the charts. And this is a prototype, so we're working on, you can see we got it laid out here. We are going to be building a whole bunch of these. And this is for everybody that wants to start their frequency healing journey with a Rife machine, but can't quite, come up with the finances for a $6,000 clinical grade Rife machine that you often find in clinics or in, things like that, wellness clinics and doctor's offices and such. So we have designed what we still consider a travel unit, because this will be portable. It is going to be battery operated, so it'll be rechargeable. It'll have a small amp that comes with it, and you'll just plug the amp into your phone. You'll plug this into the amp. The amp is super small, and you'll just turn it on, and this will be able to go with you, whether you're sitting at your desk at work, whether you're watching TV in your living room, or whether you're getting ready to go to bed and you put it on your nightstand, or even if you're traveling in your car, you got a long road trip ahead of you and you want to sit there and run this bad boy in the background. If you're like me, like after 90 minutes of riding in a car and driving, man, my lower back really starts to irritate me. So that's when, I'll be able to use something like this, because again, it's going to be a rechargeable battery that you're able to use to run all of your sequences on. And now I'm not going to sit there and tell you that this bad boy is as strong as the clinical grade unit. You don't have the distance and you don't have the same electromagnetic field coming off of it as you're going to find with a clinical grade unit. But if you're treating anything even mild, moderate to even severe, this bad boy, as long as you're a little bit closer than what you might be used to seeing people who are on a clinical grade unit, as long as you're a little bit closer, you're absolutely going to be able to get the same symptom management from this little bad boy, this little compact unit. I mean, look at this thing. This thing is just awesome. You're going to be able to get that same symptom relief from this little bad boy that you are going to get from the clinical grade. Now, this thing is going to be hitting the market at $999. That's $999. We did everything we could to get this bad boy under $1,000. We understand, and that was tough. That was not easy. We had to work around a lot of different things to be able to come in at that price range, but it was super important to us that we know that $6,000 may be unrealistic, but we know that everybody who is fighting to get into frequency therapy, spending $900 to $1,000 is a very, very realistic entry price point when you were talking about getting a super high quality, high strength, portable frequency healing device such as this compact Rife machine. So This is a prototype. I think you guys are going to be real excited to see the finished product as we get finished with the actual units that are going to be hitting the market. This one we kind of built as a test run to see how we could build things, where we could run some of the wiring, different things like that, and the actual process of it. And we learned some things by building it, which we're going to implement into the ones that we start building that we're actually going to put for sale. And I think you guys are going to be really, really pleased with those end results, because they really are going to be freaking awesome. Let's see if I can get a little...
Get your fingerprints off of it.
Well, maybe.
That is super pretty. I'm excited to see the complete finished product. I mean, so really all that you have left is just the amp and
Still
what?
a little bit more painting.
A little more paint. Okay. Well, I think that'll be interesting to see how it all fits together and how you can. It's going to be nice to have something that is like, yeah, like you said, just a little bit more affordable and that has decently comparable results, I imagine, or measurements, I guess, would be the better thing to put. Have you put it up to a meter?
I have. It's going to be really good. I mean, you're probably not going to see the 6 to 8 to 12 foot range and strength that you'll see out of a clinical grade unit, but if you're in the let's say 2 to 3 foot mark, which is 24 inches, 2 foot away from you is going to be ideal, which is very realistic. If you're in a car, if you're at your office, if you're sitting there watching TV, I mean, this thing, you can sit it anywhere. You can sit it on the couch beside you. You can literally, you could have it in a backpack. You're, traveling, whatever, going through the airport, whatever you're doing, and you want to sit there and run it. Like, you don't have time to sit down or wait. You can run it as you're walking around moving,
What do you think the range is, roughly?
The what?
The range.
2 to 3 feet.
2 to 3 feet. Oh, sorry.
That's the ideal range to be in.
Alabama heat's getting me hot out here. Well, that's cool. So you could just sit it on your nightstand and just lay next to it.
Yeah, you can sit it on your nightstand, but you can have it closer to you as well. So if you had it in a purse or a backpack or a stroller, whatever you're doing, you're sitting there at the park with your kids, you want to do your treatment while you're out and about. That's the great thing about it being battery powered, is it still offers you that portable aspect like the travel units, but you're also getting that really high strength, really strong electromagnetic field that you would expect off of.
We need to make an adapter so you can put it in like a car. What is it? A drink holder. You can just sit in there, so you can do it for a long car ride. So have a permanent little spot next to you. That'd be fun. Oh, cool. That's
shot of the face there.
Yeah. Let's see it. I think this is really, really pretty. Let's see.
For what's on the market today for Rife machines, this is going to be like, not just in the strength aspect, like I would offer anybody to compare this to anybody else's Rife machines with an actual Gauss meter and see the difference of the power alone, but it's also, as far as like being user friendly and just like practical. Like, you even look at our travel units and some of these other manufacturers, it's like, they're not pretty, they're not super convenient, they look a little weird and awkward. Like, this is going to be something that's much more realistic. I mean, look at this. If that was sitting on your desk, like, I mean, that's a nice piece. Like, you're looking at that and it just, it's going to spark questions and just kind of like awe, like, oh, that's really nice. What is that? That looks really cool. What does it do?
That's true. You could have it at your desk at work or something while you're working, if you guys are office people.
And it's not just going to be like an eyesore. And it doesn't just look like something out of old Tartaria or something like that. It's actually, got a modern fit to it, a modern look. So you can actually have it on, on your desk or
something. That's cool.
Or something,
We're really excited about this. I think this is going to be something it's going to do really well. Oh, sorry. I think it's going to be really neat.
I'm really excited. I know a lot of people have just been really concerned about price point. Everybody's wanting to get into this right now. Everybody's finances allowing them to get into it is a totally different story, and I get that more than anybody, especially if you've never had your own experience with one like I have. When I first had my first experience with it, before I ever used one, you try to get me to spend that much money on a machine, and it's just like, you know, it would just be almost impossible. But after I had my results with the machine, I would have bought 4 or 5 of them just to get the same results, because it's like you're talking about nothing else was able to help me. And it's like I was losing things in my life that I just couldn't even imagine living without. And so it was like, you know, you told me I was going to get all that back almost instantaneously in my life. Like, I mean, I would have bought 4 or 5 clinical grade units, no questions asked. But before I got those results, you know, skepticism of like, man, like, you know, like, tried everything, nothing works. All the doctors have tried everything, and the chiropractors and surgeons, and nothing works. So it's like, why would I even remotely believe that this extra money come out of pocket is going to work, you know?
Yeah. I think also, like, people see it and they see that price point and they're like trying to, you know, treat eczema or something. And it's like, you know, it's just, that's like way too much money to spend into something.
Well, something so mild.
Mild, even though it is like, I mean, well, for us, for example, it's been something that kept us up at night, where I had to quit my full-time job essentially and go down to part-time because like neither one of us were sleeping and stuff. So, I mean, it's just all perspective and how you look at things. It's certainly interesting, and what, ooh, that was pretty. But also, it's worth noting that we have a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you can try it out for 30 days. And if you don't like it and you think it's just dumb, then you just send it right on back, as long as it's not damaged. And no questions asked.
Is don't damage the machines. If you're trying it for 30 days as a trial run, and you know you end up sending it back, it's like, make sure you take care of it and don't damage it, because then it's just like, you know, we
only do so much.
We can't give somebody else a damaged machine. It'd be like you getting something from Amazon that somebody sent back, and then Amazon didn't check it, and it's missing pieces or hardware or something's broken or whatever. You know, just you know, be conscious of that aspect of it, and be like, you know, it didn't work for me, but somebody else is going to get this machine right after me, and I want to make sure, you know, it's in nice, good condition. You know, we'll clean it up and inspect it and retest it and all that stuff, but if we got scratches all over the glass and broken wires and dents and everything else, we can't fix that. You know, we can touch up a little bit of the aesthetic stuff, but, you know, just take care of it.
So the other thing that we were going to maybe talk about on here, do you want to bring it up?
Yeah, absolutely. So the reason we're even building these, and we're in a rush for building these right now, is we have this huge event coming up with HTO. That's Honor Tribe Outdoors. So we are going to be doing a huge live sale. It's a charity live sale where 20% of all sales go to this charity organization called Honor Tribe Outdoors. And what they do is they support returning veterans and veteran families that lost a family member overseas or to the military. And they do a lot of incredible things, like they take guys deep sea fishing, they take guys hunting. Say, you know, a lot of returning veterans have major injuries and disabilities, and they're not able to go do these things anymore. So we put those guys in the woods with a guide, and they're able to help them around and get them in front of the game that they're targeting. We put these guys on a big old charter boat, and we get them out in the Gulf, and they get to go deep sea fishing, otherwise something they wouldn't be able to do on their own. Same thing, like a lot of kids that have lost a parent to overseas. We will also take them hunting and fishing. We do these huge charity organizations. So we have one here in Fairhope, Alabama, and it's a very big one that we do. And you know, the guy Brad, who started the company, as the owner of Honor Tribe Outdoors, it's his hometown, Fairhope, Alabama, and he is raising money. And I was like, you know, I wanted to help in any way I could. So I was like, you know, why don't we do a big live sale, and anything that I can sell, we will put 20% of everything that I can sell towards that charity event in Fairhope, Alabama, and it's really cool, guys. Like, I mean, we have all these great speakers come out. They raffle off all these great things. We have all of these amazing sponsors, different charter companies, fishing companies, hunting companies, and all these different things that donate all these goods that we're able to auction off at this big event. And then, of course, all of those proceeds go to helping families in need that have either become disabled from serving in the military, or families that have lost somebody serving in the military, and so on and so forth.
Do you know when that event is in Fairhope?
September 20th.
Okay, so we want to try and we'll have Brad on here, and so you guys can meet Brad and his wife Nicole.
Absolutely.
And we'll do so you guys can find out more information, ask them the questions that you want to ask them, and just promote their organization. But we will do that, I imagine, before the event.
Basically what is going to come up, we're going to be making videos with Brad and Nicole. Those are the founders of Honor Tribe Outdoors. And we will be doing the live sale on Labor Day. So Labor Day and through that week, the way we're thinking about doing it is doing a live sale for 5 days, starting Labor Day. We haven't come up with the time yet, but we're going to do a live sale for 1 hour each day for 5 days. And the goal is to hit 200. We won't be doing any more than 200. These will be a special edition, HTO specific. Now, of course, you will still be able to get the compact clinical grade unit, but the 200 that we are making specific for this live sale will be HTO special edition units. There are only going to be 200 of them, and they are going to be branded by HTO, and they are, of course, going to be representing this charity organization, the charity event that we're doing, and the charity live sale that we'll be doing on this TikTok. So you guys definitely be sure to check that out. Support us in any way you can. You may not be able to buy a Rife machine. You may be looking into one. You might not be able to afford one by Labor Day, but there's a lot of cool things that we can do. We offer all kinds of different merchandise and things like that on the website, and any sales we get during the live sale, 20% of that goes to HTO. HTO also has their own line of brand that will be linked in the live sale, so you can buy HTO gear, you can buy Electromedics gear, and you can buy, of course, the Rife machines. Anything you purchase during the live sale all goes towards that donation for this big charity event coming up in Fairhope, Alabama. So we really hope that you guys will get on there and support us. And remember, you're supporting returning veterans, disabled veterans, families of veterans who lost their family member to service in the military, and you're supporting Electromedics and the alternative health industry and getting machines and the therapies to people that need them the most, that have kind of been lost by modern medicine. So you're really joining multiple fights, things that me and Caitlin are very passionate about. So make sure that you guys come and support us any way you can. And if you can't afford to buy anything, that is okay, or just don't want to yet, that's fine. Come support us on the live, be a part of it, ask some questions. Remember, the question you're thinking of, the question you're asking may be in hundreds of people's heads, and they haven't thought about asking it, but as soon as they hear it, it's the most important thing to them, and really helps them find their way towards, the alternative health industry and holistic medicine and frequency healing.
Yeah, and also just a simple like on their Facebook page. I mean, that just goes a long way, that people always forget about as well. So there's plenty of things that we can do to support. This is for an amazing cause. You guys are going to love Brad and Nicole. They're super cool. So we're excited to have them on here so that you guys can meet them. We'll be live at the charity as well, so that way you guys can get a little taste of it and get to be a part of it, because I think that's just important for you guys to see, and especially for you guys to know what you are donating to, and what you what you get to be a part of, and get to maybe we can get some of the veterans on here and share some of their stories of how this has changed their life. And this is cool also because the Rife machine has a lot of stuff, frequencies for like PTSD, mental trauma, of course, just other detoxes in general that can help with several things. So
we got the live going, we got Geraldo here. We might as well show everybody how it's testing here.
All
I
right.
want to hook it up, watch the magnet move.
Yes, let's do it. I think this is exciting because I haven't seen this yet. So if you guys are just now joining, this is our prototype of our Gen 2 travel unit, which that's not our official name. We're just sitting here brainstorming. And anyway, so this is going to be much more powerful than our travel unit. Not quite as powerful as our clinical, but pretty darn close. And it's just not quite the range that we have on the clinical. But it's going to come in at a much better price point. And so we're excited to develop this for you guys so that you can have another option and another way to get into frequency healing, because frequencies are amazing and part of the future here in holistic medicine. So we just want you guys to be able to get in on it and get ahead of the curve and heal for yourself. So what Hunter's doing is he's hooking up the amplifier and he's going to get the meter out. Do you have the meter or you need me to go get it? So what we're going to do is we're going to test to see the range of this bad boy and see how it gets some hard numbers to it so that we know if we have a pretty good idea. No, you've already tested it. I hadn't seen it yet. So if you guys have any questions, please let us know. What is this meter called? I always forget the name.
Gauss meter.
A Gauss meter. Oh yeah, it's inside. So this is a Gauss meter. So we have the coil. This is the Rife machine. Then we have the amplifier right here. So what we do, which this will be prettier. We'll have a whole cable and everything, but we hook the cable up. We turn it on, and then we're going to hook this up to our phone so that we can play the frequencies from our phone. And so we'll select which frequencies from our phone, and then it's going to essentially generate those frequencies in an EMF field. And then this Gauss meter is going to read how far that EMF field reaches. So just plugging it up. We use the Z app to play.
Ooh, that's strong.
Woo, we got to step back a little bit. Mama's pregnant over here. We can't be standing that close.
That's strong. A picture of that magnet up there spinning.
So this is, let me get it. Y'all see that magnet going?
Show the numbers on the meter. Look at that. Ooh.
So explain what this means to people like me that don't have your background. What does that 328 number mean?
So that's milligauss. So you'll see it says NG right there. So it's what people use to measure the strength of an electromagnetic field. And then, of course, this meter picks up several different other things like the radio frequency, and you can see extremely low, which is good. That's what you want to see. And then the electrical field. The other thing that this Gauss meter can do is it can actually show you what frequency the electromagnetic field is operating at. So what we're doing here is we're just testing this electromagnetic field and seeing. So as you can see there, I pulled it back a little bit, and as you can see, when you pull it back, that tells you how it drops off, tells you what kind of electromagnetic field you have. So if you see a sharp drop off, that's what you don't want to see, because that would basically mean that you have a choppy electromagnetic field. So this is putting out a fairly pure electromagnetic field, one that mimics, a sine wave like this instead of a sine wave like this.
So just more natural.
Exactly, something that
you find in nature, what it's actually.
Exactly, something that you would find that like a horse puts out. Horses have a very strong electromagnetic field. Something like a tree and other things like that, to where, you know, things like power poles and electrical generators, different things like that, those are going to have very choppy electromagnetic fields. So the idea is that you get it as pure as you can. You want it to be as you know, you want it to roll. You don't want it to be blocky.
This brings me back to what, calculus?
Now you're not going to see the same that you're going to see off of like what the clinical grade unit, and the way that we were able to fuse two electromagnetic fields together to create like a super electromagnetic field. That, I mean, it's a lot different, but this is extremely powerful and pure for its size, and about what you could get in this size. So that is that is really cool to be able to offer people something like this and that amount of strength at that price point. And as you, again, you can hold it up to my phone here, so you can see it's like, you know, it's not very big, like, you know, I mean,
you do have the big iPhone.
Yeah, I do have the big iPhone. Get a top view so everybody can see. Like, it's
No,
very
but-
realistic to be portable.
Yeah, it's definitely 6 inches.
Yeah, probably like a 6x4 cube. And
But
then, of course, you can see like that was all being powered off. Get it. Show the. So that power that you were seeing, that's coming from this little amp right here, this little bad boy right here. So this is your rechargeable amp. That's the only part of this device that you have to recharge other than your phone. So that just kind of shows you how you get to go everywhere with this. Want to do a treatment riding down in your car? You want to take it, you know, on vacation with you? You want to take it to the airport with you, traveling with you, take it to home and work? It can transfer very easily compared to a clinical grade Rife machine. I mean, those bad boys, they're made to put on a nightstand and leave. They're not even very convenient to move around your home if you were moving it from the living room or to the nightstand. But this bad boy is going to be very convenient. It's going to be like, hey, let me go grab that and just plug it in, and it's plug and play, and you get to, you know, really have that ability to frequency heal anywhere you go using this Rife machine. And you guys saw the meter. I mean, that thing blows our travel units out of the water. So,
all right, we got a few questions now. So one says, will it cure my wife's fibromyalgia?
So the people we've had use this for fibromyalgia see significant improvement with their symptoms and their immobility. So we've seen people that virtually couldn't get out of bed, used a walker, cane, or a wheelchair to get around, every day get around. And after using the machine for about a week, they were walking. They were walking upstairs, one foot after another. I mean, of course, they were holding on to the handrail, but they were, you know, walking one foot up after another. They were moving around. It was a night and day difference. The only thing I'll say about, and these are what we've seen people personally use for fibromyalgia. The one thing about fibromyalgia is just like, it makes a big difference if you stop using it, because it's like you're using it and you get used to mobility, low irritation, low pain, and all this different stuff. And then say you were traveling somewhere and you stop using the machine, and it's like they're like, you can tell, like it's
like a flare up.
It's like it's like, you know, you just go back to the pain you're living with. The pain you're living with right now, you have no idea what it actually is. And then you start using this and get a lot better and manage that pain and manage that symptoms. And then if you stop using it, you're not acclimated to that level of immobility and pain again. So that would be the only thing I would say about someone who's wanting to use this for fibromyalgia. But absolutely, if you want to be walking again and mobile again, not having to use a cane, a wheelchair, or getting helped upstairs or using handicap ramps or any of that stuff, absolutely. Can you 100% cure it? Now, I can't say that my machines can cure anything. This is a therapeutic device, and it's made to work alongside with the treatments and stuff that your doctor give you. It's made to help symptom manage. It doesn't cure anything.
That's also just very characteristic of fibromyalgia. So from what I can tell is when you're using that machine and you have fibromyalgia, you're just going to have less bad days, where fibromyalgia just flares up and you can have a lot of bad days. This just kind of puts it at bay, is kind of how I like to, or have is what I've observed. So we have another question that says, I have a membership to the Simatones library. I'm wondering how this compares. I'm interested. So I imagine that library, and please correct me if I'm wrong because I hadn't heard of that, is just a library for frequencies that you listen to. And if that's the case, what this does, this actually generates an EMF field. So instead of just listening to a frequency, it's
instead of vibrational medicine in the sense like you're using sound waves to vibrate, which can promote, your cells and tissues and your electrical currents run through your nerves and stuff to kind of like harmonize and talk to themselves in a certain way. When you're using an electromagnetic field at a specific frequency, it is actually stimulating those cells. I mean, so if you can think of the difference between vibrating and stimulating, so it's like it's in a lot of ways it can be and do the same thing, but this is happening. Let's say if you were in a sound chamber in the Great Pyramids and you were using those sound frequencies, that would be the equivalent of using one of these electromagnetic field machines, because it's actually putting you in an electromagnetic field, a very intense one. It's talking and stimulating those cells, those nerves, and everything inside of your body, to where when you listen to something, you're getting, let's say, a very direct, like if the speaker's here or here, and depending on how loud it is, depending on your series of tweeters and subwoofers and different things like that, like all of that plays a big effect. But another great example would be like if you walked into a cathedral. Cathedrals, amphitheaters, different things like that, they're designed to amplify sound waves and for them to resonate with your body. Sitting in front of a speaker, especially if it's like a low quality or small Bluetooth speaker or something like that, does it work? Absolutely. It's just the equivalent of, like, let's say using the travel machine compared to the clinical grade machine, like our old small travel machine. So it's like, think about it in that sense. It's
almost immersing yourself in an environment versus
exactly
listening through headphones.
100%. Now, if you
being at a live concert versus listening to it on your speaker.
100%. Or like if you were standing in front of a trumpet that was this big, right here, this far away, and I blew it, the way that's going to interact with your body, it's going to interact with your body in a big way.
Every part of your body.
100%. Versus if I was holding a Bluetooth speaker right here, and the difference there. So that's kind of like, that gives you an idea of the difference when it comes to sound or electromagnetic fields. And they can be used together, synchronizing and harmonizing, because they are slightly different in that way as well. So it's very complex. I don't know everything about it, but that is from my understanding how I researched, and it was explained to me that coincided with what research I have done on the matter in that realm.
Yeah. Let me know if that answers y'all's questions, or if you guys have any other questions. I just realized that I left the baby monitor inside, so I'm gonna go grab that right quick. And we're gonna set it up so you guys can see. No, that doesn't. You can't see anything with that here.
Yeah.
You just
like that. A good view of the unit.
turn the unit. There you go. Stick your face in there every now and then. I'll be right back.
Yeah, let us know what y'all think about that. Get a good look at, because this is a travel Rife machine. It runs off our battery powered, our rechargeable amp, and this is a new development. Like, I mean, this is the prototype here, and this is we built this just for this large charity live event that we're going to be doing, where we are donating all of our proceeds to a nonprofit organization, Honor Tribe Outdoors, which helps returning veterans, disabled veterans, and families of veterans that were lost overseas. So you guys be sure to check it out. Definitely check out our live sale that's coming up. We are really excited to be working with Honor Tribe Outdoors with these new special edition Rife machines that we are building specifically for that live event.
Okay.
All right, so we're gonna
Sorry about that. Looks like we got a few
Hey,
questions.
come on over here. We're going to start working on the next one here.
She said, thanks, I have a Vibe electromagnetic device too. Sounds like yours is a huge version of that. And then she said, what are the price ranges of the different sizes of the Rife machines you make?
So we have two. So our Gen 1 is no longer available. So this is Gen 2 of the travel unit, and this one's at $999. The clinical grade Rife machine, which is what we sell in very, very extreme cases, symptoms that people are trying to treat, and we sell them to clinics, people who often do like, you know, group sessions and stuff like that. That one is at $6,000. So this is like that entry price point that we have for people.
Which, like I've said, calling this a travel unit is doing it a disservice. So
It's
I really
just compact.
think
It's a compact.
I
home
like to
unit.
think of it as a mini home unit, because this and the travel unit are really just not on the same level by any means. So that's what I'm really excited about, because this is going to be a very good price point for the amount of power and everything. And it's a unique size. There's not a lot of stuff like this on the market at this price point, like frequency devices. So she said, how soon do you think the smaller ones will be ready to ship?
If you place your order today, we will probably ship it by. We'll definitely ship it by Friday.
Which,
Wait, what's that?
just to
Wednesday?
clarify,
Yeah.
no, today's Wednesday. Just to clarify, I don't have it ready up on the website or anything to place orders today, but we will get that up and ready. And feel free to message me if you're just like ready to secure yours. We will make sure it happens, but I should get it up on the website here.
It'll be up on the website by end of day today.
Okay, the boss has spoken. But anyway, so
Oh, wait, show him, let them see Geraldo cutting. This is the main man right here. He's going to show you.
this is you're welcome. This is Geraldo. He's our favorite, and we're just gonna kind of show you guys a little bit of how this is manufactured, if you guys are even interested in it. It's pretty cool.
Everybody wants to know why they cost so much. You're seeing it live right
You're seeing
now.
it live. We promise we're not ripping you off just to make some money.
Cut it. Yeah.
But I'm sure you guys enjoyed that noise. No safety glasses. Yeah, we're from Alabama. I don't even think we've heard of safety here. I don't think they have laws about that or anything. Alrighty. So this is
Any other questions? Do anybody who just joined, I don't know if you had any new joiners, but do another run through of them.
I was just about to. No new questions so far, so we're just kind of showing you guys the process of how this is built. So this is our new size Rife machine. I want to call it our mini home machine. Hunter, I don't think has approved of that
It is
yet.
a mini home machine, but what makes a home machine that the big difference is like a home machine plugs into the wall. So you plug it into the wall. So what makes it a mobile unit, a mobile mini home unit, whatever you want to call it.
M squared.
Its amp is rechargeable, so you can take it with you everywhere. So you get to use it in the car, you get to take it with you in the airport, you get to take it on vacation with you, you can take it to work with you, you can take it to the gym with you, like, you know, if you wanted to make it a part of your yoga class or whatever you were wanting to do, like this, you're able to take it with you. You don't have to worry about having to plug it up somewhere.
He
or
said,
anything like that.
I'm from Washington. You can only imagine the dumb loss there. So yeah, we would be arrested and in jail if we lived in Washington.
I'm pretty sure Washington tried to come here to arrest me. Like, you can't have somebody like that.
What was it? We had motorcycles at one point, and we were like, oh, we should do like this across country trip. And then we realized very quickly, like, just how we had our motorcycles set up, that it was like illegal in California and all these places. So we're like, okay, never mind. We just got to stick to.
They were 32 state legal.
Allegedly.
So the first was another drill. We need to drill big hole first, little hole first, big hole second. And we're gonna glue this.
Yeah.
Are there stickers?
Washington is the new Cali. I believe it. The new Cali's been spread everywhere. It's hard to avoid. We believe we're in the last frontier here in South Alabama, but we try not to tell anyone. What do you think? What do you think is the last frontier? He said Washington's the new Cali.
Last frontier. Well, of course, I always like
United
the Red
States.
Hot Chili Peppers, where they're like, space may be the final frontier, but it's made in a Hollywood basement. So. But if you ask me what the last frontier is, I'd have to say either the bottom of the ocean or Antarctica. And there's treaties in
No,
place.
I'm talking about in the United States.
Okay, the last frontier in the United States would obviously be Alaska.
Oh, you think so?
Absolutely.
Oh, I was hoping we were there.
Nothing
No.
East Coast is going to be there.
That seems like a really big drill bit for that. Anyway, so what we're making here is our little Rife machine, our new size that we're still working on the name, if you guys have any ideas.
Here, I want to show this to everybody so they can see the connectors they're going to get. So this is like we were saying, that was the prototype. So this will be how it actually is. If you can imagine this being the base here, and then you would just plug your headphone jack into there, and then it plugs to your amp, which will come with the unit when you order it.
You'll have to put it together and show. That was hard for me to even follow. But I'm pregnant, so my processing speed is next to nothing. Can you explain how it works? I've never seen something like this before.
It's right up your alley, man.
Okay. Well, you've been so good. So, this little coil right here, this is our Rife machine. It will generate an electromagnetic field, and we can hook up our phone to it and select which types of frequencies to put that electromagnetic field at. So essentially, different frequencies can target different things in the body. So for example, like if you play 10,000 hertz, that's a great detox frequency. So what I can do is I can program 10,000 hertz in, and then it's going to generate an EMF field at 10,000 hertz. And you sit next to it and you basically immerse yourself in it. And that 10,000 hertz EMF field is going to interact with your body and cause it to detox.
Now, all of these are pre-programmed. So there's 1,400 different sequences of different frequencies. Say you got like anywhere from 2 to 10 frequencies, and they run in a sequence one after another, anywhere usually from 3 to 7 minutes. And those are all pre-programmed into the app. So what you do is you just go to the app, you click sequences, and then you would just search like headaches. And it's going to have several sequences for headaches on there. Or you're going to search inflammation, or you're going to search joint pain, or you're going to search cataract, fibromyalgia. You name it, and you search for it, it pulls up, and then you just click play. And then the only thing you got to do is make sure the volume's all the way up on your phone. And then it plays these frequencies, and this thing generates those frequencies, and then those interact with your body, stimulating cells and tissue and the electrical signals going through your nerves to help promote healing and to get your body to start healing itself. A lot in the ways of like how tattoo removal works. A lot of people don't understand you and the laser, like the laser don't remove the tattoo. Your body is removing the tattoo. The laser just basically goes in there and unwalls it off. So when you get a tattoo, it heals, you have some ink come out, your body pulls ink from it. Well, eventually it just scars up and your body puts a wall up on it and it doesn't pick at it anymore. So the tattoo goes in there, the tattoo removal laser goes in there and it knocks down that wall, and then allows your body to start picking at the tattoo again. And in about 6 weeks, it'll wall it back off. And you have to go back, and they'll use the laser to break that wall back down so that it starts picking at that tattoo again. And you can kind of imagine that that is how a Rife machine works with your body, is it talks to your body and gets it to start working on whatever is causing the symptoms.
So yeah, he said, how does it work on the body? Like, what does it do? Can you explain like the MOR maybe?
Well, this isn't really working with MOR. MOR is different. So if you're...
But it helps explain it.
If you're working with... So no, what I just said is actually explaining what it does. So think about your ability to communicate with cells and tissue. And you can call them on the telephone and be like, hey, I need you to regenerate more cells, and I need you to go... I need the tissue to start regenerating here so that it can heal itself. If you got a bad joint, inflammation in your joint, degenerated meniscus and things like that are in the stuff in between your joints, whatever that's called, you can like start regenerating that. That can cause pain, inflammation, things like that. Wound healing, if you got a cut, same thing. It starts, you know, it basically this machine will call your body the right there, and it'll be like, hey, I need you to start sending cells here so that we can regenerate the skin and things like that. Same
so
thing.
It's stimulating your natural body.
It tells your body what to do and where to go. The biggest thing is it regenerates cells at an extremely fast rate, and those cells are 99% viable, to where in a natural setting it's probably less than 50% viable. They produce at, let's say, 1,000 a minute. If you use a Rife machine, they're producing at 100,000 a minute, and 90+% of them are viable, to where you're producing on a natural state 1,000 per minute, and only 50% of them are viable. And that's that was researched by NASA. That is shown in NASA documents. I can send anybody the link that wants to look that up. But
I think I have a video on that too.
Yeah,
that like
that's
shows that.
What you're doing now, and what she's talking about with MOR is mortal oscillation rate, where you can take the exact frequency of a cell or a virus, a bacteria, a cancer, things like that, and you can actually oscillate the electromagnetic field at the same frequency as the bad cell. And what you can do is you can actually render that cell non-ambulatory or inert, whatever you want to call it, and basically that allows your good cells to come in and overpower it. To where if you, let's say you have cancer and you have this cell, and then none of the good cells can attack it, and it just gets bigger and it grows and it's stronger than any of your cells in your body. Well, what you can do with a Rife machine is if you oscillate it at the same frequency as that cancer cell, then what you can do is this thing suddenly becomes like paralyzed. And then your good cells can come in there, and it's like kicking somebody while they're down. It's just like ripping it to pieces and discarding it throughout the lymph nodes and the other tracts of the body that discards bad tissue and stuff. So that's the mortal oscillation rate that Dr. Rife and his original research was based off of. Now, those, you know, a lot of that research has been lost. And you're talking about operating anywhere from 0 frequency, 0.5, all the way up to like, what was it?
Oh gosh. Yeah, he was in kilohertz, wasn't he?
He was in kilohertz, I believe. He was definitely in megahertz, but I think he was in kilohertz. And something like that that you would only be able to do that in a controlled setting under practitioner guidance and things like that. Operating at that level of frequency can be extremely dangerous. Now, that said, there are still things that operate at a very low frequency that you can render inert, like different, like your common colds and different parasites and things like that, that all operate at very low frequencies that you can play with a Rife machine. It will, you know, render those cells non-ambulatory or inert, and then it allows your body to come in and get rid of those bad cells. I mean, that's what we use when we use it to do a parasite detox. That's exactly what it does. Is it kills, it basically paralyzes all of those parasites in your body, and then your body just comes in and just cleans them all out of you. So that, you know, but as far as operating very largely in the MOR research field, just that, I mean, that research is to come, because it was all lost and nobody is wanting to fund it right now. And pharmaceutical companies are making sure it's not funded right now. But that is the point, is to start funding that research. As this technology grows, as people buy these, and one of these are in everybody's homes, then that's going to allow the research to continue forward, where you are researching MOR and people are able to destroy things as aggressive as like cancer and tumor and things like that with a Rife machine using nothing but frequency. I believe they just did that, and they are going through human trials with, I'm sorry, correct me if I'm wrong, it's liver cancer. And they have now 100% of all studies done, they were able to destroy liver cancer 100% of the time using nothing but frequencies. So it is happening. It's just not available to the public right now.
Well, that's actually available to the public, that particular therapy.
I mean, yeah, it's available to the public the way that you can go do a trial and sign your life away of like, I accept any and all side effects, and I can't sue you because this is still in human trials or whatever.
Anyway.
All right, girl, let's get this going.
And so with this machine, we actually only operate to like 20,000 hertz. So it's just from 0 to 20,000 hertz. So all very low frequencies. So less danger there. But hi, Michelle. I'm happy to see you on here. Michelle's on here. So she has one of our travel units, and she's awesome.
Nice. Show her the new one.
So yeah, I don't know if you were on here earlier, Michelle, but this is what we're going to get rid of the travel ones and do this guy instead. We're still thinking of a name. But I want to call it like a mini home unit, because
mini mobile compact travel unit. We'll just name it everything all at once.
Yeah, so that's what we're working with now. And it's going to be really cool, and I think it's pretty. I like it. We got a little display case here. So that's what they're working on here. They're getting another one built. I think we're going to have the price set at $9.99. We haven't, well, Hunter just kind of made an executive decision.
Based on the labor and the materials and the time.
So, but I think that's what we're going to go with. And then we're going to do a live sale here Labor Day weekend, and we're going to donate 20% of all of our sales to one of our Honor Tribe Outdoors, which is oh my gosh, I can't think. Charity organization that helps with veterans.
Returning veterans, disabled veterans, and family of veterans who lost their family member to service.
But they're having a huge event in Fairhope. What was the day? September 20th. And so we're gonna
trying to do a big live sale so that we can donate as much as possible to that charity organization that they're doing in Fairhope, Alabama. Any sales we get for the week of Labor Day, now we're going to do a live sale 1 hour per day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 1 hour per day. And only during that live sale can you actually get the HTO special edition. We're only doing 200 of those. Of course, you'll always be able to pick up your mini compact, clinical grade, home, mobile, battery powered Rife machine. But for the HTO special edition one, it will only be sold that week. I think pre-sale we're going to open Friday. So anybody who wants to pre-order, you'll be able to start pre-ordering from Friday, but Monday is when the live sale opens. That's when you will get the HTO special edition Rife machine specifically for that. Now, it's all sales. You can't get a Rife machine. You still want to support. All you got to do is join us, join their Facebook, like their Facebook. You can buy HTO gear. It will be. There will
Let
be
me go get this shirt real quick.
There will be a link in the comments. You can. You'll be able to go. They probably can't even hear me if you got the mic on. Like, they're not gonna be able to hear me way over
I've
here.
been able to hear you this whole time.
All right. Well, anyway, so you can buy Electromedics gear. All proceeds go to HTO and the charity event that's taking place. All right. Let's get some coil in there.
Now, let me see if I can get. Let me come over here. So cool. Yes, lots of exciting stuff coming up. We are loving every second of it. We're excited for you guys to meet Brad and Nicole too. They're the founders of Honor Tribe Outdoors, and they're super awesome. And everything that they do with their organization is just legit and cool. And their gear is cool. I was gonna go get my T-shirt. I have a T-shirt, and Hunter's got a sweatshirt, and they're just cool people.
You got koozies, stickers, the works, you name it.
Yeah, all the fun things. So it'll be fun for you guys to meet them and everything too. So we are excited. We want to get our part ready, and that's why we're here. That we make sure that we're keeping up our end of the deal.
Easier said than done.
Easier said than done. So it keeps you young though, right?
And if it was easy, everybody would be doing it.
So we're having fun. We are having fun. Let me know if you guys have any other questions about Rife machines.
Bro, I'm straight up not having
a good time, bro. Where's that from? I can't remember.
This is some stupid reality TV show.
That one really stuck with us. We've been saying that joke for years now.
It was mostly thanks to John.
Oh, is it from John?
Well, no, he was just the one that
Showed
always
you.
said it and always said it.
Just funny because we would just always use it because we were like, if anyone's ever owned their own business, they know the struggles and what it's like to find work and find business and find customers and you just think that you're leaving the 9-to-5 to go live the American dream, and you're so excited, and then you just look at each other and you're like, bro, I'm just straight up not having a good time. Like, this is way harder than I imagined. Still worth it, but it's just funny because Hunter probably knew, but I don't think I knew what I was in for when we decided to start businesses, but wouldn't have it any other way, right, babe?
Yep.
We tried the 9-to-5 office life, and it just didn't. It was tough. I respect anyone that can.
Anybody who thinks they're going into their own business, just know 9-to-5 turns into 5-to-9, 7 days a week. That's.
And then it's fun because you can't sleep at night because you don't know if you can pay your bills and get food and all the things.
Don't do this to me. Don't do it to me.
Does this use frequency and vibration? Oh. You want it?
Use what?
Frequency and vibration. frequency.
I mean, no, it doesn't use vibrational sound waves, but it does stimulate at specific frequencies. It's going to stimulate your cells and your tissue at very specific frequencies. So in a way, it's like, yes.
It runs off the electromagnetic spectrum. So it uses an EMF field at specific frequencies to target different cells and pathogens in your body, if that makes sense. Based on... I want to try and use it for this burn. I burned myself earlier today. And I could get a good before and after picture here. We've been using it on bug bites because it's nasty out here right now. And so we've been getting eaten up by mosquitoes and yellow flies and all the things. And so what did Marsha use it for? A wasp sting. And we've all had really good success with that, which has been fun. Just a different little thing that I wouldn't have really thought about it being useful for. Let's see. What are you doing now? Getting frustrated. Get to see the fun part. We'll show, instead of showing Hunter super pissed off, we'll show our pretty little machine that we're building. The final product. He's at what, step 2 here of building it, which again, we are really excited about this because this is going to be a super powerful unit at a great price point and not a lot of similar machines on the market, just in general, but really even more so at this price range and at this power capability. So it's very unique and awesome. So we're excited. We're excited to share it with you today. Other cool things that people use it for, like muscle recovery. So we get a lot of athletes or like people recovering from surgery that will use it, and just it will speed up recovery, which is significantly will speed up recovery.
Every time we let someone use it for that, or someone has used it for that, it has significantly improved.
And so that's kind of one that people don't think about. We had someone who ran a marathon, and normally they're down for like 3 days after the marathon, having to do ice baths, all the things, can't really walk, but ended up using the Rife machine, and within 24 hours, they were up walking again. Felt like they were, how they would normally be a week or so in the recovery process. They were able to achieve that within 24 hours. So that one was a really cool story. We had one about, what was the surgery one that... Another one that there was a kid that had tonsil surgery, got his tonsils taken out, and he used it to help recover. And when he went back for his checkup appointment, the doctor was like super impressed. He's like, man, he's like healing so much faster than I expected him to be healing. And the parents were very impressed with that, because normally their kid is like one of the kids that heal slower. So they knew it was the Rife machine that helped speed up the process. Which machine did the marathon recovery use? That was the home unit for the marathon.
Yes, but we have had people like in car accidents and things like that had to go to like real physical therapy and stuff like that used just the travel unit and had like significant recovery time compared to previous incidences of the same, where they ended up in a car wreck and physical therapy and surgery.
Yeah. And I think with a smaller unit, like, just almost, if you're more consistent with it, or if you're using it more often, you might have to be a little bit more patient with it compared to the home unit. But especially things like that, you can see very similar results. It will just take. So this is not our home unit. This is, we still are coming up with a name. Let's see. Do we have?
There, show them the home unit.
Is it in? We have one in here. Let me go show you the home unit.
Yeah, the one right there on the shop. It has a.
Oh, that's locked. You have your keys?
No.
I'll go around. All right. 2 seconds. We're gonna go on a field trip to go see our home unit. So it's just a bigger version. So we put ours like on our nightstand, and we just kind of leave it there permanently. We run it at night. See our house here. 2 seconds. And I want to see the marathon. Swim marathons. Yeah. 2 seconds. I'm gonna grab that machine real quick for you. We have it. We like working out too. Not marathons. Okay, so this is our home unit right here. So this is one that we just have ready to go. But typically you have to just plug it in, plug it into the wall, and then you're going to turn on the amp. And we're now offering a tablet with it, so, which I think this is dead. So you'll have to keep this charged, but that way you can play the Z app with the tablet, and then you don't have to use your phone, because sometimes, like, if you're using your phone with the Z app and then you get a phone call come in, that can stop your sequence that you're playing. So that can be problematic. So that way we decided to get rid of all that and just include that with the bigger units. So if that all makes sense. But this is our bigger unit. You kind of want to find a more permanent spot just because it's a little bit bigger, a little heavier. It's not as fun to move around and take with you and pack up and everything. But it's awesome. We swear by it. We use it pretty much every night. This is what helped with my daughter's eczema. This has helped my husband's back. I'll get him to tell you the story with that. I'm going to go ahead and go out this way. Can you make it so it pairs with Alexa? Oh, you'll have to ask the boss man over there. What do you think? Wait.
Certainly in the future.
In the future. We'll have to see. That would be awesome.
Hey Alexa, cut on my right machine.
And turn on Z app.
Turn
run
on herniated disc.
Herniated disc, or learn. That would.
Alright, so now.
Let's see. Are the dogs still out?
This one's 3 and 1/16. This one's 3 3/4. So you got 3 3/4. This one. That's 2 of those.
She said, Alexa, cure my headache. I know, just the solution. They're a little British. 11.
5 and 5/8.
All right, you guys want to see the dogs real quick? I need to go let them in. They've been outside this whole time, right? I think so. Yeah. We got 2 cane corsos, and they're huge, and they're probably had a heat stroke being outside this long. Sorry, guys. 2 seconds. We're going to go on another little field trip here. We'll come back out. Come here, babies. Oh, goodness. Brutus. That's Bella. Brutus, come here. Sit. You're staying outside because you've been clearly digging. Oh, my God. Look at him. You're so bad. Okay. Nope. Y'all are both staying outside. Never mind. Get back. I will bring you out some water. No. Oh, okay. Nope. No, sir. Bad. It's bad. Look at him. Say no. Oh, Bella, you were digging too. Get outside. Come on. Go. Go. Look at her. Digging too. Get outside. Come on. Go. Go. Look at her. Look how bad these dogs are. All right. Bella, outside now. Come on. Okay. Well, you see who's the alpha male here, and it is not me. Okay. Well, now I'll just let. Come on. It's probably my fault since I left them out. It's probably my fault since I left them out. Get back. Well, they're gonna need baths.
Why?
Because they both were digging and they're head to toe covered in mud. So, that was fun. Anyways, that was our doggies. Normally they're in a lot better behavior than that, but when you leave them outside for an hour and forget about them, I guess they're gonna find their own way to cool down. So, I'll take the blame for that one. You guys want to see Hunter mad? Because this is it right here. He's mad because he knows he's going to have to bathe him. All right, so how's it looking? This is looking awesome.
All right, we're scooting this way.
All right, welcome everybody. If you guys have not seen it yet, this is going to be our new Rife machine that we are still coming up with a name with. Mini home unit. So we're excited because, sorry, go ahead. We're excited to see the final product of all this because it's going to be at a great price point compared to our home unit, and it's still going to be super powerful. So this is what we call like an EMF generator, and so we can hook up our phone to it and play frequencies, and those frequencies are going to turn into an EMF field, and then you just sit close to it, and that EMF field is going to interact with your body, different cells and pathogens and bacteria. So that's what we are making here, and we are in somewhat of a rush to get these made because we have a big live sale coming up Labor Day weekend, and so we're super excited. We're going to be partnering with Honor Tribe Outdoors, which is a nonprofit organization that helps with veterans coming back from overseas, and they take them on guided hunts and deep sea fishing trips and do all these charities for them to help with their transition back home. And so Brad and Nicole are the founders of that, and we'll be introducing you guys to them here in the next, I guess, week or so. So it's going to be awesome for you guys to meet them. They're super cool, down to earth, just awesome people. So we're excited. We're going to have 20% of our sales, anything that we sell, is going to go and be donated to them, which is well deserved. And so we are hoping to promote it and get it as much information and get it out there to as many people as possible so that we can help Brad and Nicole and do whatever we can. They're going to have a large charity event in Fairhope, Alabama, and so we'll go live there so you guys can kind of see it. That's going to be, I think, like September 20th, I believe, and so it's going to be really cool. Get to see it live, guys. This is fun. So if you haven't seen. This is what it's close to what it looks like. There's still a few more. But that's gonna be it. That's our little prototype there. We're gonna be selling this for $9.99. So. Alright. Yeah, put that over here so we can kind of see. Alright. Got any idea how much it weighs? I don't know.
About
I don't
pound
want-
and a half.
About 1.5 pounds. For this one, our home unit probably weighs what?
Probably about.
Probably about
10, 12 pounds.
10 or 12 pounds. Okay.
And that's too strong.
I think it's the good. I think I'm all good.
Maybe in the rope.
That's gonna work either.
Need something special for that.
Probably like a glass bed.
Welcome everybody. We're excited to have you guys here. We got 100 people on here.
Nice.
Yeah. 101. So exciting.
Helen, open it up with the questions. Let us know.
Yes, please let us know if you guys have any questions. So we're just making our new Rife machine, which is frequency therapy. If you guys have ever heard anything about frequency therapy, this is our little, this is our prototype we are introducing, and we're super excited about this because there's really nothing on the market like it. It is unique in the price point and also unique in the amount of power versus size. There's
But yeah.
We'll try. All right, go ahead.
Did it break again?
Glasses.
This fell.
Glasses jumping from the top.
Nothing broke.
Nothing broke.
Glasses.
Did it not throw something at him?
It looked like.
Nah, your glasses. Your glasses jumping to the table.
It didn't look like it. So that's weird.
It did have a lot of something.
Do you want to tell them about your back?
Well, no, like these are handmade, as you can see. So the imperfections are character, and each Rife machine being unique to itself. But as you can see, they do have a very clean finished look. They're not absolutely perfect, but they are very, very nice.
You can definitely set it on your desk at work and it looked professional. Which, I feel like this lighting, the sun's gone away, so the lighting's not great. Let me see. Can I touch this?
Yeah.
There we go.
Take it out there to the table.
I feel like we should do a flat black, not to be picky. But what do you guys think? I always like flat black better than glossy black.
Some of us are Fergie fans,
Right.
and the glossy,
Glossy, glossy.
the glamorous.
That song, that's so funny that you mentioned that, because that song has literally been stuck in my head recently. Which, when did it come out? Like 2005?
It's an old one.
So it's so random that it was even stuck in my head. I love it. It looks so cool though. I'm really excited. Really excited about all this. It's gonna be, I think you guys are really, really gonna like it, enjoy it. I think it's gonna be fun for you guys that are looking to get into frequency therapy and not drop $6,000, because I get it too. I wouldn't have done it. In fact, we had the business with an old business partner for several months, and I was like, and I believed in it to some extent, sort of, but I've been a nurse for 10 years, and so I was just like, I don't know, well, it might be some mind over matter as well here, a little placebo effect. And it took, even after working in the business for a few months, took me probably a few months before I decided to try it. And only did I decide to try it is because I was at no other options. I was unfortunately having a miscarriage, and I was having horrible labor pains and didn't know what to do. It was my first pregnancy. I was just shocked that I was in so much pain, and I was getting ready to go to the hospital when my husband was like, well, why don't we just try the Rife machine and see if that'll help with your pain? And I, willing to do anything at that point. I was like, absolutely. And so he turned the Rife machine on, and it was actually immediate for me. Like, as soon as he turned it on, like, my cramping went down. I was puking in the toilet, just miserable, and then I was like able to actually make it through the night. And so that for me is what made me a believer, and unfortunately that's what it would take for me to get it, to even try it. So I get it if you guys are like, nah, it's BS. I totally understand, but from personal experience I can tell you otherwise, that there may be some placebo effect, but there is absolutely some legitimate science behind it that is truly amazing. And we're gonna be seeing this in the future a lot more, so it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be awesome to see how this technology progresses and how it's gonna work in everybody's family. It's gonna be super cool. You guys are gonna love it, and you guys will be the first. You guys are on the forefront, the first to know about this. There's definitely a community out there that knows, but you're still in the first 1% of it, in my opinion. Would you say that? Maybe 5%. Yeah, of the world, like of people that would know about it.
You're definitely in the 1%, the top 1% of people that know about it, interested about it, educated about it, and actually use it and pursue it.
Like, that's how
1% of the world that uses this.
Ahead of the curve you guys are right now.
Well, I will say, all right, let's say it was at 1% when we started Rife Technology. Now you're probably in the 5%. Like,
Maybe
it's
5%.
gaining,
gaining
traction.
It is definitely starting to gain traction. I think we're seeing that as a response to just COVID mandates and everything. Not to get political, but it's when there's always an equal and opposite reaction. So if there's only one opinion allowed, and it's the doctor's opinion, and the doctor knows best, and we have to do everything they say, then you're just going to see that simple reaction of like, okay, well, now I'm going to start taking health into my own hands and looking at different ways to heal myself, because that's how physics works. So I think that's what we're going into that era now of seeing the response to it. And so it'll be cool to see how this progresses and see the different fields that emerge. And who was it? Einstein? I don't know. People, I got a lot of hate on this for posting this, but it was Einstein, I thought, that said that the future of medicine is frequency. But obviously Tesla is a huge part of all this as well. And
All right, we're at 4 1/4. Yeah. It's 4 1/4. All right, so we need 2 of those at 5 5/8.
so I think that's kind of where we're at today. I think it's going to be,
So have we had a bunch of new people join? Because I'll sit here and talk while her all this cooking.
yeah, we got like 35 people. So
35
yeah,
new ones.
well, it's hard to keep up with them. I'm new to this live. This is only my second time going live, so I really don't know what all of these stuff means. So if you guys are like I feel like we're getting a lot of likes, and I should be saying thank you, and I haven't been.
You certainly should be saying thank you.
So thank you. But now Hunter took my mic, and you guys won't be able to hear
Yes.
me.
Thank you guys for joining us on our live
You're
today.
so loud.
This is a very special live. What we're doing is we're just kind of in the shop. We're working on our new travel units. Now this is Gen 2. So yeah, go ahead. So this is the Gen 2 travel unit. We will not be making Gen 1s anymore, mostly due to, we love the travel unit. They're very convenient and things like that, but we wanted something that had more... Do what?
More
Yeah, well, we wanted more power and more strength, but we also wanted something that was more practical. We want something that looks good, that's a desk piece, that's more durable and just more user-friendly, so to speak. A lot of the units from a lot of the different manufacturers, their smallest unit is oftentimes very, it's odd, it's awkward, it looks weird, it looks cheap. And it just, we want people who spend money on a Rife machine to feel like, this is a good, solid, good looking, very durable, very potent unit. And so that was the inspiration behind this, babe. Get a little bit of a close up so they can see. Like, you can see, like, this is this is something that you can absolutely just kind of take around with you. It looks cool. It has a very, just almost like a medical grade look to it.
Here. Better light over here.
And so basically what we're going to do here is just giving y'all the full 360 of it. So, we wanted that, but also we wanted something that was powerful. We have all these people who have these mild to moderate to very severe conditions. And it's like the people who were getting the most benefit out of our travel units were people who had very mild conditions. And we were like, we know there's people out there with moderate to severe conditions, and that can't actually afford a $6,000 clinical grade rifle machine, and they can't really go to a clinic because it's not realistic for them to travel to a clinic, if they can travel at all, and travel there every day or multiple times a day to get a rifle session in. So the importance of being able to offer something at a price point, at an entry-level price point that most people can afford. Now, if you're talking about your health, how many people spend $1,000 a year on a gym? How many people spend $1,000 a year on supplements? How many people spend $1,000 a year on medication? How many people spend $1,000 every 2 months on medical insurance? How many people spend $1,000 or more on an iPhone or another smart device? It's like $1,000. This is going to be right under $1,000. Is very affordable for most Americans. Is it very affordable for all Americans? Absolutely not. But there are a lot of people who can't afford $6,000, that can't afford $1,000, and that need these machines. I mean, when I say they need them, I mean they need them. You're talking about people who can no longer fish, no longer hunt, no longer take long car rides, can't go on a plane. They can't walk up and down stairs or walk without a cane, or walk around their neighborhood. They can't walk their dog anymore because of the jerking, like, you know, due to all kinds of different pain, whether it's arthritis, post-surgery, physical therapy, fibromyalgia, MS, all kinds of different things. That it's like when they incorporate this machine into their daily routine, they actually will be able to get a lot of those parts of their lives back. Speaking from experience myself, I was one of those people, and I have worked side by side with some of those people that absolutely were in the exact same position. They were losing large parts of their life. Nothing in modern medicine helped them a lot. And then we were able to start using a rifle machine in our daily routine, and we were able to get back those parts of our lives. We were able to target those symptoms along with working with our doctors, our chiropractors, our surgeons, so on and so forth, and doing the different treatments that they recommend, and also adding the rifle session in as a supplemental therapy along with all of those things that our doctors and our surgeons recommend. And we were able to get that part of our lives back. We were able to target those symptoms and have 80+% symptom relief, to where we were able to work out again, go running again, go play on the playground again, go boating again, and jar up and down and take long car rides and everything else, or even just physical recovery from working out or running marathons, so on and so forth. But $6,000, the big point I'm trying to make, wasn't realistic. $999, that is very realistic when it comes to treating something in the mild to severe case, dealing with eczema, dealing with herniated disc, dealing with fibromyalgia, dealing with paralyzing headaches. This is something I think a lot of people in America today, you deal with migraines, you deal with headaches, that it's not just a headache. It's like, no, I black out, I vomit, or I have to go lay down. I've had those people, and they're like, oh, I have one coming on. I went and used your rifle machine, and they're like, not only did it stop it dead in its tracks, it started to reverse it. It got better. I went back to work, carried on my day. And they were like, 100%, that was a headache. That it's like, I would have had to take medicine and go to sleep for the rest of the day to get it better. And they were like, I know for a fact it was from using the rifle machine that helped me. So it's like, in those cases, I want people that are in those situations to have access to this technology, and that is what this is about. And what has prompted us to start and do this live today and start this week, because we're super busy. We have a construction company as well, and I mean, like, it's not been easy, but we have a huge live sale coming up, and the only reason we're doing this live sale is because Honor Tribe Outdoors, which is a nonprofit organization, and they support veterans returning home that are disabled, veteran families that lost a family member in the service, or, you know, children that lost a parent in the service, different things like that. And they help them, and they donate to those families, and they do fishing trips for them, they do big events for them, they do hunting trips for them, all of these different things. And when I say fishing trips, I mean they get these guys that can't go fishing anymore, and they get a team of guys in there, and they help these guys onto the boat, they help these guys on the boat. They put a fishing rod in their hands. They take them way out into the Gulf, and they do a big deep sea fishing trip. Something that they would never get to do again in their lifetime if it wasn't for an organization like Honor Tribe Outdoors. And so they're doing a huge charity fundraiser event here in Fairhope, Alabama. And we have partnered along with them, or we're working with them to do a huge live sale to where it's like any live sale, anything that we sell during the live sale, 20% of that is going to go to Honor Tribe Outdoors, and we are going to donate it at that charity event on September 20th. So our live sale is going live on Labor Day. It'll be Labor Day week, 1 hour a day for 5 days starting Labor Day. Pre-sale will start on Friday, but we're only doing 200. Now you'll see it's going to be like this. This is a prototype, and it is going to be an Honor Tribe Outdoors special edition. It'll be the only 200 we ever make, unless we do this again in the future. I don't know that we'll do that, but I will say that this will be a special edition 200. You'll be the only guys who have, if you decide to come purchase one of these during that live sale. Now, you will still be able to get this type of unit. This is a unit we will continue to carry. Our old Gen 1 travel unit, if you have one of those, consider yourself lucky. We will never be building those again. These will take the place of that travel unit. And you will be able to get these after that live sale. But during the live sale, it is going to be a special edition Honor Tribe Outdoors Rifle Machine. It's going to have their branding on it. And again, 20% of everything. Even if you don't buy a rifle machine, you can buy a bunch of cool merchandise. Like we got hoodies, t-shirts, hats, koozies, you name it. We'll have Honor Tribe Outdoors website. They'll be linked to that live sale, so you can go buy HTO gear, you can buy Electromedics gear, or you can just watch the live, give us a like, share us, and make sure other people are coming to this live sale. You know, support us in any way you can. It's going to be awesome. And just remember, every dime you spend goes to putting one of these machines into someone's hands, into a veteran's home that can no longer deal with pain, mental trauma, or physical ability anymore, and they get to use a rifle machine to help get their life back. And other people in the alternative healing community that are trying to get a rifle machine in their home, spread the word, all of that good stuff. You're helping veterans, you're helping disabled people, and you're helping progress this industry in an incredible way and making it so much more closer to where insurance companies are paying for these and putting these in the homes of every American. And that's what it's all about, guys. So thank you for joining our live today. We really, really hope that we get to see y'all on the live stream starting on Labor Day. And we really hope you guys like our new machines.
Yeah. I think that's a great place to end it if you want to wrap it up too. My phone's about to die, and that's the only.
Well, on that note, we have been going live for a while. We gotta get some stuff finished up here. It's the end of the day. So, guys, we here at Electromedics, we know that time is your most valuable asset. And me and Caitlin, we greatly appreciate you dedicating a little bit of that time here today with us in the Electromedics shop, showing y'all how we build rifle machines, getting excited about our new rifle machine, and getting excited about the charity event that we will be doing with Honor Tribe Outdoors. So thanks again for joining us, and we look forward to having you on our next live. Thanks, guys. Any questions we need to answer?
I don't think so.
You gotta watch those as they go.